I'm guessing that by the end of this video, you're going to run, not walk, but full speed run over to my new favorite AI tool. I'll tell you all about it in just a sec, but even if I'm wrong, and honestly, I wrote this before I started this video, and when I got into the nitty-gritty, things went a little off the rails, so you're gonna see all that, but even if I am wrong and you're not gonna run to this tool with your arms wide open, you're still about to see a side-by-side comparison of how each of the leading AI video generators works. Not only will you discover which of these 5 AI video generators works best and learn about the pros and cons of choosing one platform over many, but I'll also reveal the stupid simple way you can unlock a hidden feature that will give you game-changing flexibility in your next project. So you're definitely not going to want to miss that. So here we are in my Dzine dashboard, and I've already got a few prompts I prepared ahead of time along with a selection of images I swiped from my other channel, Bedtime Rhymes. Okay, so back on my dashboard, I can select New Project here if I want to, but if you want to save a step, you can just click down here on Image to Video instead, and a new project will actually open up automatically. I click in here to select my aspect ratio to 16:9 for long-form videos, and then I can name my project up here, and click Apply. Now, I highly recommend Dzine's image generator, but the images I'm using today actually came from another tool. So I've just got to come up here to upload my image. We're going to start with this one right here. I want to see her hair fluttering in the breeze. There's some default text here that I'm mostly okay with. I'm just going to delete this bit here. So I'll copy my prompt and I'll paste it right here underneath this default text that I kept. This is the only image in our canvas right now, so it's selected by default, but if for some reason it wasn't, you could click in here to add it. I'm going to leave the default setting for imagination alone, and the same with the duration, which is set to 5 seconds. And this first generation is already set to standard, so we're starting from the top. Let's see what we can get with all this. Wow, that was fast. Our video is ready. Let's take a look. I mean, that's some stunning video to be sure, but it doesn't really do what the prompt says. So let's try this same prompt with the other 4 video generators. I'm leaving all the settings the same. I've never tried to generate more than one video at a time, so let's see how far it'll let me go. Nice. I've got all 4 of the next videos being created all at once. I didn't think it'd let me do more than 2 or 3. Okay, I'm back. They all generated pretty fast. I'd say less than 5 minutes for all of them, so let's see what we got. I'm not sure if they're still lined up in order, so I'm just going to click the little eye here to get more info. And I can see here that this video was created with Kling AI 1.6. Not bad. I wish more was happening in the background. There are supposed to be twinkling stars and floating lanterns. I'm a stickler for prompt adherence, but I guess it's usable. Let's see how this Minimax High Luo did. I'm not sure if I said that right at all. We're gonna go with Minimax from now on. And I'd say not bad, though I think she looks a bit frustrated here. And I don't think I specified how she was supposed to be feeling in the prompt, so I can't be mad for a little extra creativity. But her hair looks more like she's underwater than standing in a breeze, if I'm being honest. Next, we've got Luma. Well, that started off okay, but then her hair started disappearing and her neck went all out exorcist on her asses. Yeah, that's not gonna work. And last but not least, we've got our runway video. Well, not least, but not best either. The prompt asked for a static camera, but instead our princess isn't moving and the camera is. And for some reason it's snowing? Probably because she's frozen. Da-dum-dum. I'll be here all day, folks. So I'm a little surprised to say this, but I think the first video that we created in standard mode was my favorite. Even though I didn't ask for her to turn around, the rest of the prompt was followed pretty accurately. The glowing lanterns are floating in the background, and her hair is moving in the breeze. I find that really interesting because I've heard of all these other AI video generators, but I'm not even sure what this standard mode is. Is it Dzine's own creation? I'm not sure. Okay, so let's move on to our next set of videos. This time we're going to upload 2 images, one for our start scene and one for our end scene. By the way, we're only working on image-to-video prompts today, because that's what I've used the most. But if you want me to do another video like this testing the text-to-video feature instead, let me know in the comments below. I won't make that video unless I know it'll be valuable to you. So don't be shy, or else this video idea may die. So when you upload more than one image at a time, they all show up as layers over here. Click the eye to the right of each layer to toggle visibility. You can see I've got Little Red Riding Hoodie and the wolf in separate images in the same scene. So we'll use Red's image for our start scene. Then we'll toggle on this end scene option so that we can select the wolf's image. And you'll notice here that our wolf image isn't showing up. That's because it's invisible in our layers. So X out of this, click the eye to make it visible, and there we go, it's right here. So now that's our end scene. Let's make sure to delete this prompt out of here from our last video, and I'll just go grab the correct prompt from my Google Doc. Paste that in and we're done. Feel free to pause the video if you want to read any of these prompts in full. Okay, it's already selected, so let's start with runway this time. Click generate, and head back up here to click on results so we can see when our video is ready. And I'm curious, it can handle generating 4 videos at once, but can it handle all 5? Looks like it can. Oh, nope, I'm wrong. It looked like it was okay with all those, but then I got hit with this warning. Okay, well, now you know. 3 is the limit, but you saw me get away with 4 at a time in the last batch of videos, right? Okay, so despite being reprimanded, all 5 of our Little Red Riding Hoodie videos went through anyway, and they're all ready now, so let's check them out. This time they all showed up in a randomly generated order though, so the first one up is Minimax. Well, that doesn't work. The wolf should be creeping behind her, not passing her on the trail. Next. Here's Kling AI. I like this one. Wow. I've really been impressed by Kling's latest update. Red's movements are super fluid, and I really love how the wolf is so slow and calculating. That's pretty good. Though it's interesting to note that the end screen was kind of more like creative guidance rather than a hard limit. Here's that end screen again that I uploaded. It shows the wolf just peeking his head out, not walking out completely from the tree. Okay, now for standard mode. Not gonna lie, this is definitely more of what I expected from the no-name standard mode. Little Red Riding Rump. Need I say more? This is one for the blooper reel. Now for runway. This is spot on. Love it. There's a weird little misstep that's kind of distracting, but I guess she could have tripped on a stick or something. Not sure if I'm being too perfectionistic, but you can decide for yourself. Last one for this batch, our Luma video. And I'm not sure what is going on here. Did I ask for Red to initiate party mode on her hoodie? What's with the confetti? Actually, a hoodie with party mode confetti isn't a half bad idea. There could even be a glitter add-on for if you really hate your host. I'm not sure if I can decide between Runway and Kling for this video. They both were great in my opinion. What do you think? Now, I haven't forgotten about that secret AI video feature I promised I'd tell you about. We'll cover that in our last test. But first I want to see how all of these will handle some abstract images. I noticed a while back that some video generators handle certain styles and use cases totally differently. So I definitely recommend you try Dzine's 7-day free trial to try it out for yourself. Your results may vary from mine depending on the kind of content you're creating. And if you're gonna give it a go, use the link in the description below to support the channel. Thank you. All right, here are the 2 abstract images we're gonna use in this next batch. Again, I'm going to use the end scene feature. And again, I've got to replace my prompt. I'll generate these and be back in a flash. So first up, we've got standard mode. I mean, it's not horrible. I like what it did to animate each individual image, but the only transition was a slow crossfade. I could do that myself. Next is cling. And I really like this, except there's no transition at all whatsoever to the end scene image. Okay, maybe the 3rd time's the charm. Here we've got our Minimax video. Not gonna lie, I really love this one too. But again, where's the end scene? Oh, whoops. I see here that there isn't an end scene for these last 2. Well, that makes more sense. I guess you have to add it back in for each generation? Wait, this makes me wonder. Yep, some of the end scenes are missing from our last batch of videos too. Oh well. Learn from my mistakes and make sure you select the end scene again if you're going to be doing multiple generations. Or just appreciate the cool video you got from a happy mistake. Well, at least I caught it in time to get the end scene back in for our Luma video. Or so I thought. So even though I'm an affiliate for this tool, I'm still going to be honest with you about my experience. I was trying to create these videos all in one shot, but this is about where things slowed down and got really annoying. I stopped recording my screen because there's nothing more frustrating than going through long videos where nothing happens and you're just troubleshooting. But I tried at least 3 times, if not more, to get this Luma video to generate, and I kept getting errors. And eventually I gave up and went to bed. When I woke up, this is what I saw. And at first, this was the only video that showed up. And I'm like, I wonder who got my video. You can see that my images are in here. They're the same thumbnails as I have in these other videos. And it says it's created by Luma, if I can trust this info panel. Then I realized that there was actually a 5th video here, so it looks like my Luma video did eventually go through one of the times I tried. And after all that, this is my least favorite video anyway. The silhouette of the person goes off the rails in the transition. But what really sucks is that this random video still ate up one of my credits. So that means we're skipping our runway video for this abstract test for now, so that I can give you all 5 videos for the finale. But for this batch of videos, I'm going to have to go with Minimax as my favorite pick. I'd love to see what it could have done with the end scene, but this video overall has the most engaging movement with the least amount of distortion and morphing. Though I did like what Cling did too. Okay, I've got just one last batch of videos planned, and it's the one you've been waiting for. It's time to let you in on the easy AI video hack I just discovered to give you the most flexibility with your video clips. So you know how sometimes you need a clip outside of the exact 5-second or 10-second options available in most AI video tools? Like every single time? Well, by doing this one little thing, you can have a clip for the exact amount of time that you need for your project. It's a feature that's called looping in the platforms that offer it, but as long as you have the option to add 2 scenes, you just use the same image in both of these slots and, well, I'll just generate an example real quick and jump to the results. I'll be back in a few generations. Well, you know what I mean. I decided to generate these one at a time, hoping that maybe that would help avoid any other glitches. But I got an error a few minutes after starting my runway video. So I'm skipping to Luma in case the runway video is still floating in the ether somewhere. And you've gotta be kidding me. Another random landscape video. Let's try Minimax. If this doesn't work, I may clear my cache, giving Dzine the benefit of the doubt here. There we go. Finally. Let's see which one made this. Luma. Okay, so maybe it's Luma that's being glitchy? It gives me 2 videos and one of them isn't mine, and I'm getting charged for it. Not cool, Luma, not cool. Well, anyway, let's look at this video. Oh my god, wow. Need I comment? I feel like anything I say would only belittle how bad this is. Fail. But hey, the looping feature seems to be working. You definitely can't tell when this horror show ends and begins again very easily. Let's keep trying because I'm nothing if not persistent. And here's when I realize that my end scenes have been disappearing because they're not actually available for Minimax and Kling. Well, I feel dumb. And I do that for you, my friends, so that you don't have to. So that's why this Minimax video isn't looping. And aside from that, it's okay. Not perfect. But I might use it if it were my only option. All right, let's jump into standard mode since Kling can't do this end scene thing. Okay, well, his expression and the background look good. But obviously he's not running. The looping is working, though. Maybe if we crop this one in, it could work? I'm really trying to give you a grand finale here. Let's bounce back to runway. We're on our last credit. And I guess Dzine is just having a day. I've tried to generate this video a few times, and even though it starts, it eventually just disappears and my lone little credit stays put. So I'm just gonna dive into my video generator of choice because I really want to show you this looping thing. I mean, you've seen it, but I want to show you how it can look on a good video. So I'm in Kling AI, and I'm in frames within the image to video tab. Got the same wolf image selected for my start and end frames. I'm going with professional mode and 10 seconds. Come on, Kling, let's see some magic. 5 generations later. After having difficulties making this wolf run forward in Kling, I went back to the drawing board and took a closer look at my prompt. I think there may have been some conflicting information about the trees rushing past the wolf versus the wolf rushing past the trees, so I deleted most of this and made my prompt a lot simpler and clearer. When that didn't work, I switched to an older model of Kling, 1.5, and I changed some settings to save credits as I troubleshoot. And then I finally got the wolf moving forward. I'm pretty happy with how this one came out, despite how much trial and error it took. And even despite the fact that I couldn't get it to loop. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make him move forward and loop. So I think I just picked a bad example image to use. But I know this looping trick works, so I tried one last thing. I switched back to the princess image we used earlier. And here we have it, in one shot. The movement kinda makes her look like she's on a boat or something, but it's loopable. I think maybe I was beating a dead wolf with the last image. And here's another successful loop. I did this one in one try too. So I guess it's a little hit or miss. But what AI tool isn't at this point? Give it a try and let me know how it goes. Anyway, if you want to see the breakdown of pros and cons I've discovered trying to use Dzine for all my video needs versus using one dedicated video platform, I've got all that in the description below. So my conclusion? If you're a casual user and only need a few videos per month, and you like the ease of only having to learn how to use one tool, Dzine could be an all-in-one solution for someone like you. If you need a lot of videos and want more control of the final results, you should definitely look into investing in at least one other subscription that'll give you more options. That's what I do. I have a Dzine subscription, and as you may have guessed, Kling AI is my go-to AI video solution. Is Kling better than all the others? I'd say for some things yes, and for some things no. But Kling AI does have a free plan, so you can go play in there if you want and see if it works for you. Maybe you're still on the fence. Maybe you want to see what else this design tool can do. Well, then you'll love this video on how to create consistent characters with Dzine. This tool saves me so much time that I probably would have paid double just for that one feature alone. Check it out and see for yourself. Happy creating.